step aside. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Gano's kick is right through. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Back to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jump. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Bernardrick McKinney able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence. Touchdown, Giants! Daniel Jones able to connect with Sterling Shepard. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Myles Gaskin and the rest of the Dolphin offense ready to get back to work here. He only has a single solo carry, 1. Numero uno. 2nd quarter, they need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only 1 carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. Going deep here for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the 2nd half. Pettis now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Jones now throwing on for the Dolphins. Get there this time, and they bring him down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Barrett sliding out of the pocket.
Now that was a whole... open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
He can't get him down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the shotgun, here's Barrett. He's got Fuller. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Barrett to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. That just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jones on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. From the gun, Jones. Buying time to his left. First down and much more here for Jones. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Back to throw. Jones. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gano for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Now a look at Will Fuller as he and the rest of the offense gears up to get ready to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Barrett. He's letting this one go for Fuller. A leap in, he's got it. He got it. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Will Fuller, 75 yards. And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. But one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
So that one will be accepted.
Point game, offense. Point game, offense. Point game, offense. Point game, offense.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for two, but weren't really sure they should go for two. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
Point game, offense.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They're going to try and run here. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now Jones on first down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. A big play there on the scramble.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Rolling to his right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the 4th quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull up a lucky horseshoe because they've got to get an onside kick. And we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing, and it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gasket. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Well, I know at points of this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, you're a defensive guy, but